and then they'll do their meeting, and then we'll do the anthem. And when we get the umpire,
looks like they're doing their meeting right now.
Perfect.
Yep.
Is this loud enough?
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is this loud enough?
Yeah, you're good.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the College of San Mateo. Is it California Collegiate Baseball League?
Yes. Yep.
For this afternoon's California Collegiate Baseball League contest between the visiting Walnut Creek Crawdads and your Menlo Park Legends. At this time, we're going to introduce today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Crawdads, as announced by manager Brett Cummings. Leading off, left fielder number 16, Trey Johnson. Batting second, shortstop number 3, Cam Calvillo. Batting third, second baseman number 2, Ryan Ellis. Batting fourth, first baseman number 23, John Ewing. Batting fifth, catcher number 27, Brandon Clisby. Batting sixth, third baseman number 11, Riley Leininger. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 7, Joe Kuplis. Batting eighth, center fielder number 32, Casey Levitt McGee. Batting ninth, right fielder number 14, Sam Jenkins. Pitching this afternoon for the Crawdads, warming up down the left field line, number 22, Aiden White. And now, the starting lineup for your Menlo Park Legends, as announced by manager Nick Cinzeri. Leading off, shortstop, number 7, Tucker Beal. Batting second, center fielder number 30, T.J. Schmalzy. Batting third, playing third, number 77, James Bowes. Batting fourth, catcher, number 24, Will Robbins. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 25, Will Anderson. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 3, Quincy Villa. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 9, Dane Mose. Batting eighth, second baseman, number 34, Russell Filter. Batting ninth, right fielder, number 1, Gavin Shaddix. And pitching this afternoon for your Menlo Park Legends, having concluded his warm-up tosses, number 35, Ray Hernandez. All right, and then once we get umpire names, we'll go through those, and we'll do national anthem.
Dude, I'll just say this: you sound freaking amazing.
Thank you.
It's like just,
I miss Dick Callahan. That man was
yeah, Brett, man, you sound just like him. You gave me those. You really gave me those kind of vibes.
that dude was the best.
Yeah, man. Man, Coliseum, dude.
I miss it. I was just there the last couple days to watch cricket. It was actually pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I was.
Oh yeah, the Coliseum, right?
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Good
it was
Coliseum.
like, unfortunately, the crowds weren't as good as they had been over the weekend, but it was still cool. Yeah. Like, and someone who actually, like, over the last year has learned something or other about cricket, and it was fun, like, teaching people who didn't.
You want this
cricket.
one, right?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah.
So you just
Deuce, got it.
Yeah, he told me he usually goes by Deuce sometimes, so.
Got it.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, now you can reach it.
Woo. Word of advice, guys: do not let stress get to you. It will take years off your life. Yeah, just so you know.
Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, you got a lot, Jesse.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Hey, wait, Nick, what's their names?
He's like, ah, shit. I forgot.
Yeah, what's their names?
I get the Star Spangled Banner by
Steve Leary?
Steve Lear, okay.
You forgot his name?
Seen Steve a million times out here all the time.
Yeah.
Nick, I could barely hear you. A second, like, can you bring one of them over here? Like, you just. Yeah, first and last names.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
And then I'll tell him to stand up for the anthem in a sec.
Oh, yeah. The guys will kind of head over. That's usually where. Anything that's instrumental. There you go.
Oh, does he really? Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Steve. You're everywhere.
Hey, what's going on?
I just need the names.
Steve Leary.
Steve Leary. Okay.
Third
Tyson Rafferty.
Craig Gruber.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, Steve and Craig do a lot of high school games.
Oh, cool.
Know those two. All right. You want to tell everyone to line up for the anthem?
Yeah, sure.
Why are none of the national anthems like good?
Gotta get.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check. 1 2 1 2.
I found one that's like
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check. 1 2 1 2.
No, yeah. I was trying to go Whitney. Yeah, I was trying to go Whitney Houston today, but they didn't let me.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check. 1 2 1 2.
Your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, let me know when it started, guys. All right, here we go, boys. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, fellas, do it.
You got like a pitcher warm up music so I can take the field?
I got
We have a great matchup here tonight in the California Collegiate League as it will be California's best taking on the Menlo Park Legends as we come to you live from College of San Mateo baseball field here in San Mateo, California, bringing you tonight's coverage of Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. As tonight, it will be a battle of for the Legends against one of the CCL's best, as it's the visiting Walnut Creek Crawdads taking on your Menlo Park Legends. Hello again, everybody. It's Philip Hall on the call. Happy to be back with you after a big win last night for the Legends as they are coming off a blowout shutout victory against the Alameda Merchants, winning 13-0, where Diego Menjivar, Jesse Moore, Alan Gaber, and Francisco Lea would put in work on the mound last night, striking out 10 batters total and only allowing 6 hits for the shutout. At the plate, the bats would come alive for the squad, totaling up for 16 hits for 13 runs. A standout at the plate was Tucker Beal, who went 3 for 6, driving in 2 RBIs. The 13-run win would be the largest margin victory so far this season, helping build confidence back into the team hitting-wise as well as for pitching. On the Crawdads side, the Walnut Creek Crawdads began the week being the number 1 team in the power rankings in the CCL, and also carry the longest active win streak in the league with a 7-game win streak coming into tonight, as Walnut Creek would go 3-0 so far in the season series against the Seagulls, winning last night 7-1. 5 of the Crawdads' wins during the win streak involved them scoring 10 or more runs, as they average 11 runs per game as an offense. For Brent Cummings' squad, they come into San Mateo for the first time on the summer, going against a scrappy Legends team looking to put the CCL on notice against the league's best. As we'll give you the starting lineup for the Crawdads as we're about to begin first pitch here. Trey Johnson playing left field, bats first. Cam Calvillo playing shortstop, batting second. Ryan Ellis playing second base, batting third. John Ewens batting cleanup, playing first base. Brandon Clisby, catcher, batting fifth. Riley Leininger playing third base, batting sixth. Joe Copeland, the DH, batting seventh. Casey Levitt McGee in center field, batting eighth, and Sam Jenkins in right field will be the 9-hitter for Walnut Creek. The lineup being assembled by their head coach, Brant Cummings. And on the mound for the Legends in this one, getting the nod, is Ray Hernandez. And folks, Ray Hernandez has been making a name for himself here for Menlo Park, as he had a standout start last week, going 7 innings strong in the win against the Blues in his first start of the summer, striking out 7. As the first pitch is low and outside, as it's 5:03 is the first pitch, and about 70 degrees here on the peninsula in San Mateo. Another beautiful night of baseball that we're happy to bring coverage for you, as Hernandez fires in a strike to Trey Johnson right across the plate. He's definitely going to have the fastball working for him in this one. It's Trey Johnson, an incoming sophomore at Skyline College, just up the road in San Bruno. Oh, he's a JUCO guy, getting some reps in with the big club and the Crawdads. And the Walnut Creek Crawdads were the runner-ups in the CCL last season, losing in the championship game against the Caneo Oaks from SoCal. Big swing and a miss there by Johnson. He has the count even on him at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ray Hernandez looking to try to start the game off of a strikeout. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Almost grounded back to the mound, returned to Cinder. Hernandez picks it up, throws on the first in time for out number 1. That's what will give you the defensive assignment for the Legends. Is this one behind home plate at catcher Will Robbins, Will Anderson at first, playing second base Deuce Filter. Over at third base James Bose, Tucker Beal playing shortstop tonight. Out in left field is Quincy Villa, TJ Smallsley in center field, and in right field Gavin Shaddix, as he will be in replacement for Isaiah Landry. Isaiah Landry in yesterday's game got banged up pretty good, as he had to walk off the field with a limp after running out a ground ball. So Landry will be getting the night off, trying to rest the little leg injury that he had. Cam Calvillo fouling off the first pitch he sees from Hernandez, actually hit one of our Legends bench players waiting over at the dugout. Everybody seems to be okay. So Hernandez puts in that one for strike 2. And the Crawdads have one of the best offenses in the CCL so far this season. Hernandez missing with the slider to get the count to go 1-2. Crawdads coming to tonight, leading the league in runs scored in team OPS, and are also third best in hitting in the CCL with a team batting average of .306. They're also second in the league in slugging percentage at .402. Here's Cam Calvillo. Count on him 1-2, trying to battle back. The senior at Cal State Northridge out of Castro Valley, as this is his 4th summer playing for the Crawdads. And another one back to Hernandez as he gets to throw off the first. So Hernandez looking like the mailman having to return a sent mail back from the Crawdads.
Batting third, second baseman, number 2, Ryan Ellis.
So 2 1-3 putouts to start our ball game here at CSM Baseball Field, as here comes Ryan Ellis. First pitch to Ellis, missed outside for ball 1. And Ryan Ellis, folks, we had a chance to talk to him in our pregame rundown yesterday about his opening start with the Legends. There's a fly ball hit out to right center. Smallsley camps under it, makes the catch to end the inning. So Hernandez puts the Crawdads 3 up, 3 down to start the ball game, as we will move on to the bottom of the first, as it's a 0-0 game as we are underway here in San Mateo.
This is a Aiden White.
I really got Will Henderson up here.
I don't know why I'm adding any stuff, but
Leading off for your
we're back here at San Mateo. The Legends will get their first ups against the Crawdads as Tucker Beal will lead things off. TJ Smallsley bats second. James Spose batting third. Will Robbins cleanup. Will Anderson fifth. Quincy Villa batting sixth. Dane Most, a DH tonight, batting seventh. Deuce Filter batting eighth. And Gavin Shaddix will round out the order at 9. Beal swings and fouls off the first pitch to him as Aiden White will be getting the starting nod for Walnut Creek. It's Aiden White, an incoming sophomore, pitching at Nebraska, so he's a Cornhusker. Lefty on the mound, stands at 6'2", 210, out of Prosper, Texas. Beal swinging, missing through that hard one. Down to count 0-2. Tucker Beal had a solid night at the plate last night with 3 hits and 2 RBIs to help support the 13-run rout that the Legends had on the Alameda Merchants. He's missed low. The slider or changeup that time. And the Crawdads coming in with a 7-game win streak. They are the hottest team in the CCL at the moment. Beal swings that one hard, foul, the other way. And Tucker Beal set to go to Akron in the fall, so he'll be playing in the MAC as we talked to him in the post-game wrap-up after his solid performance at the Dish last night about what's got him excited to head out to Ohio to pursue his 4-year career aspirations at the college baseball level, as well as also what it was like wrapping up in the JUCO ranks at Ohlone. That one runs high and in. Beal ducks out the way. Count now runs full, so we're going to see who wins the duel here between these two. And the Crawdads have a loaded lineup, folks. A lot of D1 guys on their squad. As Tucker Beal swings and misses at the fastball there for out number 1 to start the game. Defensive assignment for the Crawdads will go like this. You have Brendan Clisby behind the plate at catcher. John Ewens at first base. Ryan Ellis at second. Riley Lenegern at third base. Cam Cavillo at shortstop. Trey Johnson in left field. Casey Levitt-McGee in center field. And Sam Jenkins playing right field. And here comes TJ Smallsley, the second hitter for the Legends, as he has been hitting the ball pretty well here so far for his team. He swings and hits that over to the shortstop. It's going to be picked by Cavillo, but bobbled it as he's not able to firmly grasp it. Now it's going to go down as an error. You're going to roll it an E6. And just like that, the Legends have their first base runner on the evening. TJ Smallsley went 2 for 4 last night as he accumulated 2 hits at the plate. Here comes another hot bat up for the Legends and James Bose, who put together another solid game at the plate as he had an RBI double in last night's win. So the first pitch ball high. But overall, James Bose, that was informed by our TrackMan staff here for the Legends. He currently has a slugging percentage above 600. Make it above 640 to start the season. It's been one of the hottest bats in this Legends lineup. He's also tied for the league lead in home runs thanks to his 2-homer game they had last Friday in Sonoma. One's popped up. I was going to go out of play. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpires for tonight behind home plate, calling balls and strikes to Steve Leary. Over at first base is Tyson Rafferty, and third base, Craig Gruber. Both with the count on them at 1 and 2. Not a big lead at first by Schmalsley. And Bose gets a piece of it off the end of the bat, sending it to right field, but it's going to stay up high enough for Jenkins to make the catch.
At court, catcher, number 24, Will Robbins.
Now here comes Will Robbins, the Princeton man. He gives a fist bump to his opposing catcher, Brandon Clisby. I guess there's some sportsmanship among catchers in tonight's matchup. There's 2 out here for the Crawdads. Aiden White allowed 1 base runner. Smallsley taken off for second. He'll slide in as the throw is off the glove of the shortstop. So Smallsley able to get in with a stolen base. Just like that, the Legends have a runner in scoring position, trying to see if they could jump on the board first. As last night, the Legends put up 5 runs on the Merchants in their bottom half of the first, which pretty much gave them the smooth sailing all the way through to get the win. White delivering home with the 0-1. Robbins found that one off inside. This would be an opportunity, this game here, for the Legends to really put the CCL on notice, as both of these teams in Week 2 of the CCL Power Rankings both made it into the top 10. Crawdads at 1, Legends at 8. Let's miss low for ball 1, count at 1 and 2. And Robbins last Wednesday hit a grand salami in the 14-2 win against the San Luis Obispo Blues. That one just a little bit outside. Count now will go full. We might have a 2-2 count here. And at the scoreboard, it is 2-2 to confirm. Now it's 3-2 now. It's White missing way high with that pitch. So now it's officially a full count. Let's see who wins the duel here between White and Robbins. Will Anderson waiting on deck. That one's outside. Ball 4. Robbins able to work the 2-out walk.
Batting fifth, first baseman, number 25, Will Anderson.
So now here's Will Anderson. So Will Anderson put together a productive evening at the plate in yesterday's game, as he went 2 for 4 with an RBI triple and a run scored. Will Anderson working to still get that bat around. He currently is hitting just above 310 in CCL play so far this season. White delivering a good pitch there for strike 1. And as far as just status, this is probably one of the best pitchers that the Legends have been able to face this season. As before the game, the Legends were doing some simulation of play with their pitchers. That was of the due diligence of Nick Sanzeri, trying to make sure his hitters and his pitchers were having more live game situations. Aiden White coming in with 4 innings pitched on the year, has accumulated 6 strikeouts. Anderson just barely getting a piece of that one, sent it foul, out of play. Count will stay 0-2, so he'll get an extra life. Aiden White, in his last start, he went 4 innings, striking out 6, only walking 3, and a 24-0 win for the Crawdads when they played the San Francisco Seagulls on June 10th. That one's foul tipped in the glove, so that strikeout is going to end the inning. 2 men on without a hit. The Legends not able to put a run up in the first. We'll go to the second frame. Still a 0-0 score here in San Mateo. As you are tuned into Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Has he been throwing a knuckleball at all? Or?
Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, land rentals, classes, or memberships today is the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kips Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot of baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kips in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. Here in the top half of the second, 0-0 still to score. It's John Ewens, Brandon Clisbay, and Riley Leninger will lead things off as Ray Hernandez continuing to look good so far. And as I was mentioning to the guys here in the booth, you can see that this is going to look like a good game here tonight. And you have 2 competitive squads going at each other for the first time of the summer. That's it when you have 2 high-level D1 pitchers. That was it, Art on the ground over to short. Beal there to play it very well. Gets the throw on the first in time. 1 away.
Batting fifth, catcher number 27, Brandon Clisby.
Brandon Clisby coming up, as we've mentioned before about Ray Hernandez, coming from Utah Valley. But actually also went to Ohlone, playing 2 years of JUCO ball there. This was kind of before Nick Sanzeri started to settle in as the pitching coach there. But during the pregame, after we spoke with him, just asking him about his experience playing in the NCAA regionals, making the run with Utah Valley with them winning the WAC conference. What was that like for him playing in front of a sellout crowd up in Eugene, Oregon, just knowing that it's a high-stakes environment and just the atmosphere that they may not see a lot at Utah Valley. And he said that was just a thrill for him and just a privilege to be able to play at that kind of level. There's a swing and a miss as it was foul tipped into the glove of Robbins as Brandon Clisby is down in the count 1-2. See if Hernandez can get the strikeout here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, rocking and firing. And they're going to check to see if he went around, and he did. Brandon Clisby not able to hold up the swing there. He's down on strikes for out number 2. Here's Riley Leininger now. Riley Leininger out of Georgetown, Texas. He's an incoming redshirt freshman playing at Oklahoma. Swings at the first pitch, but fouls it off to the left. Leininger, who redshirted his freshman season with the Sooners, now enters the summer season determined to evolve into the impact infielder head coach Skip Johnson envisioned when he recruited him. He looks at strike 2. He was a 3-year letterman at Georgetown High School in Georgetown, Texas. He twice earned district MVP honors and capped his prep career in the 2024 with a perfect game Texas All-Region first team recognition. He also played for the Royals scout team as well, where he sharpened his defensive and offensive prowess as a player. Hernandez trying to look for the K here. It's grounded over to second. Played well by Filter. Low throw to Anderson, but he's able to scoop it out the dirt to retire the side. Ray Hernandez retires 6 in a row in the second inning, as we will move to the bottom half of the second, see if the Legends can get something going with the bats here.
Yeah. Yeah, because I do the Mexican one.
So do you have an app for the sounds?
No, I just use Apple Music.
Okay.
Because I've been doing this for I did this for my college team, like during intra squad, so I kind of have like memorized which ones are the good ones.
I want to follow all things Legends. Check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Catch all the college action at Legends_collegiate and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps. It's Quincy Villa flying that one out to left field to lead off the inning. It's going to be caught out there by Trey Johnson. So still a 0-0 score here as we are in the bottom of the second here in San Mateo. It's the Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Menlo Park Legends in a high-profile primetime California Collegiate League matchup. So here's Dane Most stepping in, taking strike 1. Dane Most, he's been one of the top hitters in the Legends lineup. He went 2 for 3 last night with a triple and 2 RBIs. He's also been ranked as one of the top 5 hitters in the California Collegiate League so far this season. And before the game, I had a chance to meet up with there's a recruiter from Rice University in the audience tonight. And with Dane Most, as those know, he's currently playing in the JUCO level at Powerhouse Iowa Western Community. Looks at that one high for ball 2. Count goes even. But Dane Most might be getting some attention from some D1 schools, especially with the start that he's had playing in the California Collegiate League. 2-2 pitch, all just a little bit outside for Aiden White, as he does not get the strike call that time. So that will run the count full. See who wins the duel between Most and White. Sir Aiden White kind of shaking his head about that call. He thought he might have had him. We'll have to reset here for the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Way outside for ball 4. Dane Most able to draw the 1-out walk. Now that's the second walk allowed for Aiden White in this game, and only just 2 innings. So now here comes Deuce Filter for his first AB of the night. And Deuce Filter been seeing some action here, and only just his first week with the team, as last night Deuce Filter drew 2 walks, so he was able to find his way twice on base. If you want a little bit of info on Deuce Filter, who he is, he's actually playing at Santa Clara, and he's also the son of the head coach for Santa Clara, Rusty Filter. He hits that one out in the gap to left center. This is going to be enough for Most to advance over to third, and Filter will hit the brakes at second as he hits a 1-out double to put him and Most in scoring position. That's going to give Gavin Shaddix an opportunity to try to put the Legends on the board here with 1 swing.
No, that was for the double.
Gavin Shaddix currently committed to go to Stephen F. Austin after wrapping up his JUCO career with Ohlone. First pitch to him. He's going to look at that one inside. Saw Gavin Shaddix taking BP in the live simulation game that the Legends were having earlier before they took actual batting practice to prep up for the game. You know, Gavin Shaddix has been kind of limited to some playing time here over the past few days. Again, Nick Sensdary trying to make sure that everybody gets a chance to at least see some in-game action, at least even if it's a simulation of it. The Aiden White falling behind the count, 3-0. See if Shaddix gets the green light here with 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position. You got the corner infielders playing in. Shaddix taking all the way for ball 4, and that is going to load the bases for the Legends. We're back at the top of the order for Tucker Beal.
Number 7, Tucker Beal.
Tucker Beal in an interesting spot as the Legends could really put together a strong start against the mighty Crawdads. You can see catcher Brandon Clisby out to talk to Aiden White at the mound. Aiden White has already allowed 3 base on balls against this Legends lineup. Tucker Beal, who actually received a Gold Glove award for JUCO players, so definitely a big congratulations to him getting the accolade. He swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. Beal struck out his first time up back in the first inning. The 0-1 hits just low and in, but in enough for a strike. Beal trying to avoid striking out with the bases loaded. Has to protect here. And that he does as he sends it foul down the right field line as it will roll into the Legends bullpen. Be a force at any base here for the Crawdads infield. They are playing Beal in. Aiden White's been working the corners so far against this Legends lineup, but the Legends have been able to find ways to get on base despite it. It's low. Good eye there by Beal. Count now even at 2-2. And Beal waits back on it, sending it out to left field, but it's going to die just shy of the wall, but will be deep enough for Most to tag. The throw in will be cut off as Most will come in standing up. So Tucker Beal delivers with the sacrifice fly to put the Legends up 1-0 in the bottom of the second.
Batters center fielder, number 30, T.J. Schmalzi.
That was a productive at bat there by the future Akron Zip as the Legends able to jump ahead against Walnut Creek. Here comes T.J. Smallsley with 2 out. Still 2 runners on for the Legends and a runner in scoring position. At the second base is Deuce Filter. So Gavin Shaddix at first. T.J. Smallsley reached base on an error his last plate appearance. You see Diego Minjavar, one of our Legends players, working the stadium sounds for us tonight. Got a great catalog there. I'll say myself. T.J. Smallsley, player from Fairfield, get himself acquainted with the California environment, California Collegiate League, as he sends it out to right field. It's shallow, but will stay up long enough for Jenkins to make the catch. The Legends able to get 1 run on 1 hit, as that was thanks to the sacrifice fly by Tucker Beal, as the Legends able to have an early lead after 2 innings, as we'll go to the third frame with them up 1-0 here in San Mateo.
I need more. I need more memes. It's gonna get repetitive. It's the third inning.
I know I count when someone on the other team strikes out, they'll play like ba 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 or something.
Yeah, or I'm trying to think of other really good ones. I mean, another one bites the dust, obviously.
Oh yeah, I'll add that one.
I'm trying to think. Padres always play the same song. It's not really like anything sassy.
Sideline work.
Oh yeah, I got the Riz sound effect. In fact, I'll play it right now.
Here in the third inning, as the Legends were able to get on the board first thanks to a sacrifice fly from Tucker Beal. So with the score now 1-0 Menlo Park, Crawdads find himself in a deficit, but not a large one though, as here's Joe Copeland, the designated hitter tonight for the Crawdads leading off. Ray Hernandez throwing a first pitch ball to him. Joe Copeland, incoming sophomore at Chabot College, so a JUCO player. Swinging and missing at the away pitch from Hernandez. Copeland broke out as a freshman at Chabot, appearing in 38 games with 117 official at-bats, hitting .265. He's had a .556 slugging percentage with 8 doubles, a triple, and 8 home runs on the season. Also driving in 31 runs. Now down to count 1-2 against Hernandez. Hernandez cradling the baby there and fouling it off at the plate is Copeland. And you can kind of see some similarities to a little bit of Johnny Cueto from the way Ray Hernandez delivers, way he able to rock side to side before he lifts the leg up into the delivery. Count even at 2-2. That one's in there. Called strike 3. Copeland getting handed the backwards K. Ray Hernandez delivering a nice pitch there.
Batting eighth, center fielder, Number 32, Casey
Hernandez
McGee.
working with the slider there on that pitch. Of one away, that's going to bring up Casey Levitt McGee. Foul tips at the first pitch. Casey Levitt McGee is from San Francisco. He's a city kid. Went to high school at Sacred Heart Cathedral. Also wrapped up his JUCO career with Laney. Levitt McGee is committed to go D1. He's going to be playing for the Roadrunners of Cal State Bakersfield. During his sophomore year with Laney, in 43 games, he hit .385 with 2 home runs and 36 RBIs to help the Eagles capture the Bay Valley Conference crown and earned a 3C 2A regional berth to go with it. So he played last summer in the CCL with the now affiliate team in the Alameda Merchants. Now he's suiting up with the Crawdads this time around. Has the count even at 2-2 on him. Hernandez with the long wait. We're going to get a time called by Steve Leary. Again, there's not a pitch clock per se in the CCL. We more have like a ghost pitch clock where it's really up to the pitcher's cadence. There's a beautiful pitch that time by Ray Hernandez getting Casey Levitt swinging and missing.
Batting ninth, right fielder, number 14, Sam Jenkins.
Sam Jenkins, the 9-hitter, will come up for the Crawdads. Ray Hernandez could try to go for a third straight strikeout to strike out the side here. It's fouled. Looked like it came off of the chest protector of Will Robbins. Nonetheless, it's strike one. I tell you, being a catcher has to be the toughest job to have on a baseball field. See the whole field. You're more like the coach on the field in some cases, but also you're taking most of the pain and doing most of the grunt work in the squat for 9 innings. Actually, a book that was written by longtime backup catcher in the major leagues, Eric Kratz. It's called The Tao of the Backup Catcher. It's on my reading list. Definitely an interesting title as he goes in depth talking about the life of backup catchers in Major League Baseball. The 1-2 pitch just missed a little outside by Hernandez. Hernandez looking to strike out the side. Here comes the 2-2. On runs low and in for ball 3. Now the count runs full for Sam Jenkins. Hernandez will reset with the payoff. And he got him! Striking out the side. 3 straight go down and 3 straight take the walk of shame back to the dugout as the Legends hold on to the lead. This being fueled by a solid pitching performance by Ray Hernandez as we'll go to the bottom half of the third with them still holding the lead 1-0 as you are tuning in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
see it from here, but there's a big box. There's one.
Ray Hernandez, who has retired 9 straight so far, struck out the side in the top half of the third as he took care of the bottom 3 for the Crawdads, as the Legends are going to have their middle part of the order due up here with James Bose, Will Robbins, and Will Anderson to begin the bottom of the third. Still a 1-0 game with the Legends in front. And Bose hitting at the first pitch, hitting it hard down the line, but foul. James Bose flew out to right field his last time up. Gonna keep this one in play, sends it to left center, trying to charge in and run it down. And making the catch is Casey Levitt McGee as he dived into it. A great defensive play there by the future Roadrunner as he robbed James Bose of what possibly could have been an extra base hit. So Will Robbins will get a shot at it as he walked in his first plate appearance of the game. He takes one high and in for ball 1. Robbins fighting that one off, and Levitt McGee is not going to grab that one as it will dunk in there for a base hit. Will Robbins able to pick up his man and Bose, get on base with one out here.
First baseman, number 25, Will Anderson.
So here comes Will Anderson. Will Anderson trying to turn his night around. Still pretty early for him, but he struck out in the first inning. Thought about trying to go for the first pitch. They check for the appeal, but the umpire says no. Will Anderson ahead in the count 1-0. Also, another accolade was awarded to Will Anderson as he took home JUCO All-American honors after the season that he had, where he won the NorCal JUCO batting title for Ohlone, as he put together a real solid Ohlone career overall. You talk about a guy that's just decorated all across the board. He was also the Coast Conference Player of the Year. In over 85 games, he had 21 home runs and drove in 111 RBIs. Breaking pitch by White, missing outside. Count goes to 2-1 here. And get this, how about this slash line for you? 389, 483, 735 in the 2 years that he was a Renegade. White with a hard fastball at time, but misses high for ball 3. It's going to put the count at 3-1 for Anderson. See if he can work the walk here. Try to get a knock with the hitter's count on him. Crawdad setting up for the double play attempt. There's the 3-1. That one's low for ball 4, so another walk allowed by White, as he hasn't really been able to have success in finding the strike zone here.
Left fielder, number 3, Quincy Villa.
That's just his 4th walk allowed in 3 innings. Here comes Quincy Villa. Quincy Villa flew out to left field on 1 pitch in his last at-bat. Decides to show bunt, but pulls back. It'll still be a strike. Not sure if Villa got the bunt sign there, as he was getting some commentary coming from his team's dugout. Like Villa's going to try to swing away. I wouldn't be surprised if he does surprise him with the bunt. He does have the speed to leg one out. One's high. Count goes to 1-1. Even one thing to note, coming into tonight, Quincy Villa, the CCL leader in stolen bases, has 11 on the season. Hits that one hard back up the middle. It's a play at second, but not able to recover for it is Ellis as he's down on the ground. And it looked like he could be hurt. He has not moved at all. Everybody's going to be safe, but now the training staff and the coaching staff for the Crawdads are going to run out to second base to check on him. We're going to see if he's okay. And it looked like he might have tweaked his foot there, or his footing on the ground ball attempt. We're going to take a quick break as we come back, as it will be an injury pause and play. Wait, so he's done? Is he done?
I think so.
He's walking on.
Number 1 coming in.
Who's the second? That is. Yeah, it looks like number 1.
I don't have a one on the card.
I got you.
Okay. Number 1 is
8.
Oh, 8 for 2. Okay, it's number 2.
Esquivel, what's his first name?
Number 2.
Yeah, 8 replacing 2.
Oh, 8.
8 is Chris Escobar.
Yeah, Chris Escobar.
Gotcha. Now playing second base for the Crawdads, batting third, number 8, Chris Esquivel.
So we're back here in San Mateo after we had to take an injury timeout, as Ryan Ellis, playing second base for the Crawdads, went down with an error on a ground ball attempt. He was able to walk off the field under his own power, but he will be substituted for Chris Esquivel, who comes in now playing second base. Nonetheless, the Legends find themselves in a good spot here with the bases loaded and Dane Mose at the plate. Dane Mose walked and came around to score on that sac fly that Tucker Beal hit. Get us where we are now in a 1-0 lead for Menlo Park. Now Chris Esquivel, incoming senior at St. Mary's, coming into the game now. Mose rolls over the ground ball, stepping on third for his Leininger. He gets the throw across the diamond in time for the 5-3 double play. The Legends leave 3 on in the bottom half of the third, as they're not able to get a run across there, as we will move to the top of the fourth with them still holding the lead 1-0 over the Crawdads.
The Legends in the bottom of the third, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. 2 out in the top of the third inning for the Crawdads, Johnson, Calvillo, and Esquivel. Ladies and gentlemen, just a polite reminder, if you do manage to come across the foul ball today, please make sure to return it down to the dugouts. We are following on a budget here. Thank you. Top of the fourth inning for the Crawdads, left fielder, number 16.
Back here in the top of the fourth, as Trey Johnson will lead off for Walnut Creek, as it'll be the top of the order, due up for the Crawdads. 1, 2, 3 with Trey Johnson, Cam Calvillo, and Chris Esquivel, who's batting in the third spot for Ryan Ellis after Ryan Ellis left the game due to an injury. Here comes Ray Hernandez back out for inning number 4. Still a 1-0 lead for the Legends. Things are looking up big time for Menlo Park, trying to take down the number 1 team in the CCL tonight. Johnson fouling that one off over into the Crawdads bullpen. I provide you with some scores from across the CCL tonight. The Saints and Blues, they'll be set to play. The Philippines and the Stompers set to play later. And the, excuse me, actually that's June 19th. Excuse me, trying to get the date right here. Go to June 18th. It's actually the Stompers and the Blues playing tonight. The Seagulls and the Merchants square off. The Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters, with the Foresters currently leading 3-1 against Orange County. You also have the Barons and the Oaks playing against each other tonight. The Oaks leading that game 3-2. Only a handful of games on hand tonight across the league. There's a ground ball hit over to second, picked by Filter on the first, in time for the out.
Batter, shortstop, number 3, Cam Calvillo.
Cam Calvillo will come back up for the second time as he grounded out back to the pitcher in the first inning. Ray Hernandez has been on a roll here to start the game, folks. He's retired 7 straight. It was missed high. Ball 1. A big swing and a miss on a breaking pitch by Hernandez. Now goes even to 1-1. If you look up and down the CCL North, the Walnut Creek Crawdads being the first place team at 7-1. The Merchants losing last night to the Legends, now have the record at 8-4. They're the second place team. It's going to be awfully competitive going down the stretch as the Legends are still trying to work their way back to 500 as they come into tonight 4-6 in CCL play. As tomorrow, to wrap up their homestand here, they'll be facing the San Francisco Seagulls, who are 1-10. So there's another strikeout there by Hernandez. That is strikeout number 5 on the game.
The batter's second baseman, number 8, Chris Esquivel.
See the deception there by Hernandez, and tell you folks, this guy definitely has that dog in him. Be able to carve up these crawdad hitters. There's Chris Esquivel coming up to the dish for the first time tonight after substituting for Ryan Ellis. Like he will be in the game the rest of the way. Chris Esquivel, an incoming senior at St. Mary's. Fouls that one off, count at 1-1. Chris Esquivel went to high school at Loyola Country Day. Loyola Country Day all the way down in San Diego, at least the San Diego area. So he's a SoCal kid by way of where he went to high school, but he's come up to the Bay to play over at St. Mary's. He transferred from USD, where he played at University of San Diego, before going to St. Mary's to become a Gale. He did see limited action there, however. Well, count 3-1 on Esquivel. He's in the driver's seat against Hernandez. The first time in a while that Hernandez has been behind a count on a hitter. The fly ball hit out to center field. It's going deep, racing back for it, trying to get it as Smallsley, but have to play it off the wall. Esquivel making a big turn over at second, but will park it at second base with a 2-out double. Though The Crawdads get their first hit of the night. And it comes from the guy who was substituted and did not start the game.
John Ewan.
Will Robbins come out to talk to Hernandez after he surrendered his first hit of the ball game. So the no-hit bid's gone, unfortunately, but still is in line to try to go for the shutout. Still has 2 outs against John Ewans, who's come up to the plate now. As we know, the big storyline in the baseball world this week was the no-hitter in the College World Series by Gage Wood of Arkansas. Struck out 19 batters at the plate, folks, to win against Murray State. As Arkansas taking on their SEC rival LSU tonight in an elimination game to try to get to the championship series out there in Omaha. Even one thing to note as well, one of the assistant coaches for the Legends, Alex Mikalauskis, actually flew to Omaha earlier this week to watch a family member who is currently playing for Arizona. Nick Senzeri able to give him time off to go watch his relative play in, or sibling, I should say, to play in the College World Series. Again, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience to have that. Because you're only in college one time. You only get so many chances to make it that far in your career. So Hernandez with the 1-2 pitch. And Ewan's not taking the bait as he misses low. Count goes to 2-2. And Ray Hernandez was awarded Pitcher of the Week by the Legends for his standout performance in his debut. John Ewan's fighting hard in this at-bat. Two-two pitch. Let's hit out the left. Villa run in to get it, and he will make the catch to retire the side. So a runner left on base on one hit in the top of the fourth, but nothing doing for the Crawdads as they get kept off the board, as we will go to the bottom of the fourth with Filter, Shaddix, and Beal due up for Menlo Park. Still 1-0, Legends in front.
I had 60 flat.
That was for the double.
I mean, we could have done our math wrong. Because we have to, like, actually add it up.
Deuce Filter will lead off for the Legends, as it's been quite the pitching duel here tonight between both the Crawdads and the Legends, as Ray Hernandez, with his pitch count in the 60s so far, and Aiden White has been going pretty high himself as well. Deuce Filter looking at a first pitch strike to begin the bottom half of the fourth. Still 1-0, Legends in front. Filter fouling that one off. Out of play to the right. Count goes to 0-2. Filter looking to fight as he hit a double back in the second inning. It's the 0-2 from White. Filter went around that time on the high fastball. It's one away. That's only the third strikeout for Aiden White tonight. Here comes Gavin Shaddix, who reached base on a walk. It's the last time up to the plate. Happened in the bottom half of the second. It's the first pitch hard down the third baseline, but goes foul. This is way high and out. And Shaddix trying to find the one that suits him best. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on him now here. He got that one pretty good as he hits out the left field. He'll fall in for a base hit. Gavin Shaddix able to get on with the 1-out single.
Back to the top of the lineup, shortstop, number 7, Tucker Beal.
That could set the table up for the top order for the Legends as here comes Tucker Beal once again. So he hit the sacrifice fly back in the bottom half of the second to get us where we are now, the Legends leading 1-0. Shows bunt but pulls back. The pitch missed way outside. Beal with a chopper over to second, played by Esquivel. He'll put the tag on Shaddix, but won't get the throw off the first for the double play. Tucker Beal will reach on the fielder's choice. There's 2 gone.
Batter center fielder, number 3, T.J. Schmaltzy.
Here's T.J. Smallsley, and up for his 3rd play appearance on the night. A pretty low-scoring game here as the Crawdads no runs, some 1 hit and 2 errors. The Legends 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. T.J. Smallsley, who reached base on the error in the first, flew out to right in the second. He's trying to do more here in the bottom half of the fourth. Takes the first pitch inside from White. Beal takes off for second. Ground the ball hit hard over to third. The throw is off the bag, and it looks like Smallsley is safe, and he will be safe. Riley Leininger tried to get the throw to end the inning, but it took the first baseman, John Ewens, over there off the base, and Smallsley was able to reach safely. Here comes Brent Cummings walking out to Steve Leary to try to question that call there. Or actually, no, instead he will talk to Tyson Rafferty, the first base umpire, trying to question the call. The Legends now have runners at the corners with 2 out. That's going to be an E5 booked on Leininger. Oh, Smallsley for the 2nd time tonight reaches base on an error. But that's going to set the table for James Bose with runners at the corners here. They have Beal at third, Smallsley at first. James Bose, who's 0 for 2 so far tonight, with 2 flyouts. He'll have a chance to try to extend the lead for the Legends, but with the Legends, it would be great for them to get a buffer here by the way that Ray Hernandez has been going. All right, get more conversations here. It's like coming out as the pitching coach for the Crawdads to talk. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kip Sports Cards, in the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kip's in downtown Los Altos and tell them the Legend sent you. Also, make sure to check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Our social media tags, follow us on Instagram at Legends_collegiate. Get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps, all one word. Here goes James Bose, sending that one down the line. Fair, going to the left field corner. One run is in. Here comes the second run as Smallsley having to turn on the jets, and he'll slide in safely. James Bose clearing the bags once again with a big-time hit as he drives in two to now make it 3-0 Legends. Big-time slugger James Bose. It is a shock to me that a guy that is currently in the transfer portal has not been getting the attention that he is deserving of, as James Bose was our hitter of the week after last week's performance where he went 6 for 16, and he has currently been doing damage to the pitchers here in the CCL so far this season. As we mentioned early in the broadcast, folks, there is a recruiter from Rice University in the stands tonight, and it'll be interesting to see if he's here to keep an eye on Bose, and I would advise him to do the same. Here comes Brent Cummings coming out to the mound, and it looks like Aiden White's night will be done as he's going to hand the ball off to his coach and make the walk over to the dugout. So we're going to have a pitching change here for the Walnut Creek Crawdads as the Legends extend their lead, now up 3-0 in the bottom half of the fourth thanks to a 2 RBI double from James Bose. JB making some noise for the Legends here in San Mateo.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in to pitch for the Crawdads, number
James Bose able to deliver with a 2 RBI double to knock Aiden White out the game. Is now coming on to pitch for the Crawdads is Cody Perry. Cody Perry, an incoming senior at Claremont McKenna. So he delivers the first pitch to the first batter that he will see in Will Robbins. That was a 3-0 lead now for the Legends. James Bose at second base. Will Robbins looking to extend the inning. Cody Perry does have 2 outs to work with, trying to get this last one to stop the bleeding. Cody Perry from Green Bay product of Marin Catholic High, as well as also him being at Claremont McKenna, of course. He misses with the pitch low. Count goes to 2-0. Of Aiden White's night complete, so he gets the hook as he went 3 2/3, allowing 1 earned run, giving up 4 hits, walking 4, and only striking out 3 Legends hitters. Oh, that pitch missed just a little bit in. Robbins in the driver's seat, 3-0, trying to scare Cody Perry, and the passenger seat driving crazy. Well, Robbins does have a bit of power, folks. See if he gets the green light to swing away. .30 right across the plate as Robbins was taking all the way. And I was informed that aside from our visiting recruiter from Rice, there is also a recruiter from University of San Francisco coming out to check out some guys for the Legends. And I don't know, maybe they may also be seeing some guys from the Crawdads here. And 1,500 players entered the transfer portal in college baseball, if you haven't heard already. Robbins taking another strike. Count now goes full for him. See who wins the duel here between Perry and Robbins. Be a big out for Perry to get coming out of the bullpen, facing his first batter. Here comes the payoff. Called strike 3. It just nicks the corner. Will Robbins will go down looking to retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Legends. They do leave a runner on base, but the Legends do have a strong lead on the Crawdads as they've been playing pretty well against them tonight so far, as they are up 3-0 now as we will move to the top of the 5th, halfway home here in San Mateo as you're tuned into the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
The called strike 3, that was bottom right corner. It was a strike, yeah. Yeah, correct.
What about the 2-0 pitch that was low?
The 2-0 pitch?
Called low?
That was like, yeah, it was a little low, but it clipped the zone.
Okay.
That's a strike in my books.
Yeah, good. It looks decent over here.
Crawdads catcher, number 27, Brandon Lisby.
So here we go. In the top half of the 5th is now 3-0 Legends thanks to an RBI double, 2 RBI double coming from James Bose in the bottom half of the 4th. Ray Hernandez still rocking and firing out there on the mound. He's in his 5th inning of work as he drops in a first pitch strike to Brandon Clisby, who struck out the last time up at the plate. Miss high. It's off the glove of Robbins that time. Count now goes to 1-1. Ray Hernandez still has his pitch count, now entering into the 70s on the night. But he's continuing to work well, mixing his pitches well out there on the mound. It's like he's a bartender, and he's been just serving drinks and mixing cocktails left and right. It's a ground ball played by Bose at third, and a great throw over to first in time. James Bose continuing to have a solid night out there at third, and as well as also at the dish.
Third baseman, number 11, Riley Leininger.
Here comes the guy that's trying to turn his night around, Riley Leininger. Riley Leininger committed an error in that last half inning that kind of put the Crawdads in a rough spot on defense. And the Crawdads bats have and kept silent as that Walnut Creek dugout over there has been quiet as a library for most of the night. And held to about 4 shutout innings from Ray Hernandez. Hernandez delivering a fastball with a strike, getting the count 1-2 on Leininger. Fouled off barely. Also, one bat that's not hitting tonight for the Crawdads is Joey Donnelly. He had a .522 batting average on a 5-game history, but Brent Cummings did not include him in the starting lineup tonight. And just trying to battle back with the 2-2. Here it comes. Unmissed low in the dirt for ball 3. The count now runs full. There's no action up in the Legends bullpen right now. The guys are over there just kind of kicking back. Two wins the duel here between Hernandez and Leininger. Here comes the payoff. On a curveball missed just high for ball 4. That's the first walk allowed by Hernandez the entire night.
Batter designated hitter, number 7, Joe Copeland.
But keep this in mind, folks. That's only the second base runner to reach base for the Crawdads in this one. And just talking about the Crawdads' strong offensive prowess, you know, this is a very impressive outing for Hernandez, despite what the result could be, but he's definitely been looking excellent against a strong hitting team, one of the best teams overall in the league. And I'm pretty sure with what Nick Sinzeri has seen when the Utah Valley guys taking off for seconds, Leininger, the throw down is in time. Leininger gets tagged out on the stolen base attempt. So with that, there will be 2 gone. Joe Copeland with the count even 1-1 as a runner gets taken off the base path there. Will Robbins delivering very well behind the dish tonight. A good stop there by him at the plate on the breaking pitch. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike on Copeland. Like Hernandez, he's worked such a great rhythm out there on the mound, is that he has so much control of the pace of the game, and that is a dangerous thing to allow for a pitcher if you're the hitting team. You don't want a guy to just work the rhythm out there. There's a hard hit ball back into center field by Copeland. The inning will continue. Copeland able to get off a single. That's going to allow some room for Casey Levitt McGee. Now come up. Casey Levitt McGee with 2 away as he struck out back in the 3rd inning. That was the inning where Ray Hernandez struck out the side. First pitch across for a strike with the fastball. Fouled off by Levitt McGee. Ray Hernandez He try to beat these guys at the plate. He's been throwing haymakers to the Crawdads lineup in this one. The curveball missed outside. Not a bad pitch to give Levitt McGee. Try to get him to chase, however. But he'll reset with the 1-2. That one's popped up. Gonna stay in the infield. Tucker Beal out just behind second base. He'll make the catch to end the inning. So runner left on base, one hit, but no runner able to get across for Walnut Creek as the score remains 3-0. Ray Hernandez with 5 shutout innings in this one.
On this guy?
It'll be Anderson, Villa, and Most due up in the bottom of the 5th.
First baseman, number 25, Will Anderson.
Here comes Will Anderson up to the dish. Will Anderson trying to turn his night around a little bit, trying to at least get a hit going. He struck out in the first inning, but reached via a walk in the third. Cody Perry back out for his another third inning of work. So he came in relief. Only saw one batter to finish out the bottom of the 4th. Here's Perry with the 0-1. Missed outside. Count goes to 1-1 here. That one was a strike. Looked a little bit off the corner there. We have a questionable call from our viewpoint. But Anderson down the count 1-2, so he'll have to fight back. It's Perry from the wind. Like it was a slider that time, misses in the dirt. Here's the 2-2. Outside, Clisby tried to frame it, but it's a little bit too far out to make it obvious. So now the count's full for Anderson. See if he can win the duel here against Perry. There comes the payoff. Allen misses out for ball 4. Will Anderson drawing his second walk of the night. So that will lead off the inning.
Batter left fielder, number 3, Quincy Villa.
Here's Quincy Villa coming up to the plate. Flew out to left field in the second inning, reached on an error in the third. Quincy Villa trying to do a little bit more here. Only 4 hits by the Legends. He shows bunt, gets it down the third baseline. It's a good one. And to make the play is Leininger. He gets it on the first in time. There's a sac bunt that will move Anderson over to second.
Batter, designated hitter, number 9.
No sac bunt on the 5-3 put out. There's one away. So Quincy Villa able to move a runner over as that will set the table for Dane Most, designated hitter. Whereas Dane Most, we know about the prowess that he has as a gap hitter. He's been one of the top RBI getters next to James Bose so far this season. Has some big hits that we've seen from him. He looks at a first pitch strike from Perry. Dane Most on the night, he walked and came around to score on the sac fly from Tucker Beal. And he also grounded out to third base, a double play. That pitch missed and bounced in the dirt. A good stop there by Clisby. And Harrison not taking big leads over there at first base. Of a 3-run lead. It'll be good to have a little bit of extra aggression on the base paths, as that's something that the Legends have been known to do. Anderson dancing a little bit over at second. But Perry misses with a pitch outside for ball 2. Played about an hour and a half so far here in San Mateo. And just hits the corner by Perry. Having a beautiful night here on the peninsula. Short sleeve night. And this being the third week of CCL play. So teams starting to gel well together, starting to get used to their playing styles and figure out who they're going to be going down the stretch as we're halfway through the first month of the California Collegiate League baseball. Now the count goes full for Dane Most. So we're going to see what the JUCO product out of Iowa Western Community by way of Broomfield, Colorado can do here. Here comes the payoff from Perry. Dane Most cracks it down the left field line, but it's going to go just foul. Actually, a little bit way foul, I should say, as it bounced over the wall. It almost had the distance, though, as it looked good off the bat of Most. But he'll get another life here at the plate. And Allen misses for ball 4, low and in. Dane Most able to work the walk, win the duel against Cody Perry. That's going to put 2 on for the Legends.
Batter second baseman, number 34, Deuce Filter.
Deuce Filter like to come up in a big spot here with 2 men on. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Deuce Filter is 1 for 2 on the night with a double and a strikeout. Harrison with a big secondary at second. Filter held up the swing, but they say no, down at first base. Perry behind the count here. Takes a look at Anderson. He's going to miss outside. Count goes to 2-0. And mentioning about Deuce Filter, he is the son of Santa Clara head coach Rusty Filter, as Rusty Filter was announced a little bit earlier, or should I say late last week, as the new pitching coach for Team USA's national collegiate team. There's a short ground over to Leininger at third and makes another great play, getting Filter out at first. But on that ground ball, that will advance both runners up 90 feet. So Anderson advances to third. Most now is at second.
Number 1, Gavin Shaddix.
So we're at the bottom of the order here with Gavin Shaddix coming up for the Legends. But he has 2 runners in scoring position. Gavin Shaddix is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Legends trying to look for any opportunity to put more runs up. Perry looks in and gets the sign from Clisby. 0-1 fouled straight back by Shaddix. A hit to the very top of the netting. Well, Shaddix down 0-2 here. Let's see what the two-strike approach is going to be here for him. Takes that one high and in for ball one. Even with this being a low-scoring game, the Legends have put together some quality at-bats at the plate tonight. Here comes the 1-2. Shaddix with good eyes there. So he's been eating his carrots. Takes that one outside, 2-2. A big pitch coming up here for Cody Perry. Here it comes. Big hack, but swing and a miss by Gavin Shaddix as he will go down on strikes to end the inning. 2 runners left on. No score for the Legends as they will move over to the 6th inning. Still, the score is 3-0 as we are getting closer to the end here in San Mateo. So you're tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Shutout last game, right? So that's 9. That's 15 straight shutout innings for my pitching.
15.
Yeah.
At least we got someone doing stuff. We got 2 people doing stuff.
Excuse me.
I'll make a move.
Leading off the bottom of the pitch for Legends, shortstop, number 7, Tucker Beal.
Tucker Beal will step in with the score still 3-0. Ray Hernandez with the 1-2-3 inning. As transferring the shutout that the Legends had last night, that's now 15 straight shutout innings that the Legends pitching staff has accumulated in just 2 days. So great performances being on display this week by the Legends. Tucker Beal will lead off the inning, fouling off the first pitch. Cody Perry's still out there for the Crawdads. That pitch misses outside for ball 1, bounces away, and from Clisby. There's an arm warming up in the Walnut Creek bullpen. It's a right-handed arm. Cody Perry might be nearing the end here. Beal hits a ground ball to first, picked by Ewens, and he'll step on the bag easily for out number 1.
Batters center fielder, number 30, T.J. Schmaltzy.
Here comes T.J. Smallsley, who's reached base twice tonight on errors. He did come around and score once, so it came in that 2-run inning off of the 2-run double hit by James Bose in the bottom of the 4th. Looks at a first pitch strike. Fastball missed high for ball 1. Smallsley hits a drive out to left center field, and it's going to split the gap and roll to the wall. Smallsley is going to get on his horse. He makes the turn at second. The throw in the third is cut off. Smallsley slides in head first with a 1-out triple. Smallsley continuing to show off that gap power that he possesses as he gets a 3-bagger to put himself 90 feet from home for the man who hit the 2-run double in his last at-bat. We see Brent Cummings coming out to the mound, and it looks like that will be it for Cody Perry as he will get the hook. He's going to get the ball handed from him. Brent Cummings will signal for the righty to come out the bullpen. But the Legends are in another great spot here with T.J. Smallsley at third, hitting the 1-out triple with James Bose come up to the plate. So a dangerous hitter coming up as we'll take a quick break and give you the rundown of the new arm for the Crawdads.
That guy was 88.
New pitcher was 13, he said?
to find cleaner rap music nowadays. Let's see what this one's gonna be.
Coming in the pitch now for the Crawdads will be Nathan Nino. It's Nathan Nino out of Fresno. So going to be a redshirt senior going into another season with Pacific. He's a developing arm for the Crawdads after a redshirt junior campaign at Pacific in 2025, where he appeared in 17 games, logging 29 1/3 innings with 24 strikeouts. He also had a season-high 5K outing in his season debut with the Pacific Tigers. He's also a JUCO product transferring over from Fresno City College before going to Pacific. But he's got a big task in front of him as he's facing James Bose. He has a runner at third and TJ Smallsley. The infield has come in to play Bose shallow. That was the outfield, so they're trying to see if they could get one on the ground against him. That may be hard to do, especially with Bose's gap power. Here's the 1-0. That one's a fastball that misses high and middle. Count goes to 2-0 for Bose. Runs inside on Bose. Looked like it almost hit him, but he backs away just in time. Count is now 3-0. We'll see if Bose could get the green light here. All four infielders playing close to the edge of the infield grass. 3-0 pitch runs inside for ball 4 on Bose, so he will reach base on a base on balls, and I think that was pretty wise of Nino to allow it to happen, especially with how dangerous Bose is. But Will Robbins could also be a problem for the Legends, as he will come up to the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the game. He has a walk, a single, and a strikeout. That strikeout was him going down looking. He has runners at the corners, still with 1 out. And that one gets away from Clisby. Smallsley racing to the plate. He'll come in and score standing up, as there will be no plate as the toss from Clisby was late to Nino. But that one will help extend the Legends' lead 4-0 on the wild pitch. It's going to be a ball on Robbins. So Bose able to advance to second on that pitch as well. Here's the 1-0. Robbins sending that one down the right field line. It's going to go out of play foul. Nathan Nino looking a little bit erratic coming out of the bullpen here. Not good for the Crawdads, as these runs coming across for the Legends are just now becoming insurance. They'll need as much of it as they can. Don't want to risk anything. Robbins taking a look at a strike with the fastball outside. Count goes now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the infield now backs up. Long look at second by Nino, a double take. One runs high and in. Robbins tried to go for it, but he fouled it off with a half-hearted swing. Try with the 1-2 pitch. Robbins sending that one hard down the left field line. Fair ball. And it's going to be enough for Bose to score easily standing up. Robbins in there with a 1-out deucey with the RBI to go with it, as he does the little shimmy dance out there on the bag at second, now making it a 5-0 lead for Menlo Park.
Batter first baseman, number 25, Will Anderson.
Though the extra base RBI hits have been going very well for the Legends here tonight. They have been hitting the ball hard in clutch situations. See Will Robbins now stepping in the box here. First pitch from Nino is low for a ball. And that might have been a strike that time. It's coming up on 1 on the scoreboard.
That was on accident.
So Anderson will have the count on him 0-1. Fouls that one off. Now it's going to go to 0-2. Actually, no, it's 1-1 confirmed by the umpire. So we'll the reset scoreboard. So yeah, it is 1-1 confirmed. Anderson sending another one foul, so now the count goes to 1-2. Nino staying upstairs against Anderson. Again, but this is a guy that won the NorCal JUCO batting title with a batting average in the 450s. Anderson's hot zone is pretty hot. It's like your stovetop at home. You can pretty much hit a ball anywhere that you place it. He has a count even 2-2. A runner at second. Anderson looking to shoot one in the gap here. Well, that one runs in, knocks Anderson to the ground. Clisby with the throw over to second to try to catch Robbins napping, but Robbins able to get back safely. Anderson will recoup here with a count full now. We're going to see who wins the duel between Nino and Anderson. Here comes the payoff. Missed outside, and another walk drawn by Will Anderson. His third time reaching base on balls tonight.
Batter, left fielder, number 3, Quincy Villa.
So it may not be a game where Anderson's knocking the ball around the field, but he has been showing great plate discipline in this one here. So here comes Quincy Villa with 2 runners on, so ducks on the pond here for the Legends. There's a fastball just hitting the outside corner. It looked like that one was middle and away. Quincy Villa with a fly out, reaching base on an error, and a sac bunt. Like he's trying to make good contact here. There's a pitch that runs high and in on him. You have to hit the Fat Joe and lean back a little bit. Well, Nino making a move to second. He's going to just toss it over there. See Esquivel playing Robbins relatively close at the bag. Here's the 1-1. Half-hearted swing by Villa, fouls it off. Villa hitting the 1-2 hard, and it goes right into the Legends dugout as everybody at the duck. And the Legends dugout, hopefully everybody's okay over there as they're having to stay awake. That's what they have been doing, but Villa's looking to try to keep this one in play. And he will do that. That one's hit through the hole, gets into left field. Robbins rounding the bag at third, and he will come in standing up. Quincy Villa able to come around on that pitch and get an RBI out of it, making it 6-0 Legends, as they have now put up 3 runs in the inning.
The batter, designated hitter, number 9, Dane Mouse.
QV from VA delivering and adding to the 6-run output that has been all Legends tonight. Dane Mose now coming back up. He has 2 walks. Is that a pitch for a strike inside? Quincy Villa, we all know him for his base stealing prowess, but he can hit for a high average. Ooh, Mose chasing after a breaking pitch that time. Looked like it was a sweeper. There's 2 strikes on him. Still 1 out. Crawdads are letting deficits slip away from them. Legends trying to pull away, but Crawdads trying to keep the rope going. There's Dane Mose going after the high cheese, but swung through it for strike 3.
The batter's second baseman, number 34, Hugh Filter.
So with the last 5 Legend batters reaching base, Nino able to get to 2 outs here. He will see Deuce Filter. Deuce Filter 1 for 3 on the night with a double, a strikeout, and a ground out to third base. Looks at a first pitch strike. Nino doesn't get the call there. The pitch looked pretty good, but just a little bit too inside for the liking of Steve Leary. There was a little bit of wind that kind of swooped up some dirt from the mound. Looked like it formed a little mini tornado in front of Nino. That might have thrown off the pitch he threw at that last time. Count now 2-1 on Filter. Filter's going to pop this one up. It's going to go foul on the first base side, but it's going to go out of play as it hits. They almost hit on top of the batting cage over there. Count now even on Filter as it's a deuces wild situation. 2 men on, 2 out, 2 balls, and 2 strikes. That one drops in there for strike 3. Filter goes down looking to retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits for the Legends as they pad on to the lead. As we'll now go to the 7th with the score now 6-0 Menlo Park, as you are tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
It's 7 o'clock. Everyone clap for frontline workers. Remember when that was an actual thing? Banging on pots and pans. Hey, this
Esquivel, Ewens, and Clisby due up for Walnut Creek as the Legends are able to put up 3 runs in the bottom half of the 6th, now making it a 6-0 lead. And Ray Hernandez is looking like he's going to go the distance like Hercules, as he has had a Herculean pitching effort tonight, pitching 6 shutout innings against a dominating Crawdads offense. He delivers in a first pitch strike. That one's bounced in the dirt for ball 1. And we know that with Ray Hernandez making a name for himself, we've been trying to come up with nicknames here in the booth to kind of describe him. And our scoreboard operator and our game day ops guy, Spencer Tracy over here, came up with the nickname Sway Ray. And I like it. I like Sway Ray. It's like, man, I'm sure if Ray Hernandez was a rapper, that would definitely be a dope stage name for him. Here's Sway Ray with the 1-2. He's going to pop it up to Esquivel, but ranging over in shallow right, running it down, making the catch on the dive, Gavin Shaddix. How about the defense staying on point here for the Legends? As they have been taking away hits from the Crawdads like a landlord taking rent money from the tenants. With 1 away here, that's going to bring up John Ewens. He swings and fouls off the first pitch, out of play off to the left. John Ewens, we haven't really had much to talk about him, as he's an incoming redshirt sophomore going to Baylor. And he took a medical redshirt his freshman season there. Whereas Baylor trying to stay competitive in the Big 12. Of course, with the Big 12 expanding with conference realignment, it's been awfully tough for them to try to stay up to the top, but they don't have to worry too much about longtime frontrunner Texas, who moved over to the SEC this season. The count now 1-2 on Ewens. Now, Ewens does hail from Waco, so he's going to his hometown college. He was actually a pretty solid player coming out of high school in the state of Texas. They call him State Player of the Year back in 2021, 2 district MVPs. Also All-Central First Team Texas honors. Also played a little bit of football himself down there as well for Bosqueville High. He hits that one hard in the right field for a single. Ewan's able to get on with 1 out. There's a John Ewens playing a little football down there in the Lone Star State. You know, he had his experience with Friday Night Lights, as well as also, of course, contributing to his action on the baseball diamond. Actually, when he was in high school over 4 varsity seasons, he hit .473 with 19 home runs and 129 career RBIs. The man possesses great power at the plate. He also wasn't a bad pitcher as well, as he had a 25-1 record on the mound with a 0.73 ERA. And with 231 career strikeouts and 130 2/3 innings pitched. So a solid 2-way player that can do a little bit of everything. So it's going to be interesting to see how he'll pan out, finishing out his college career at Baylor. Or if he decides to make a move to a new school. We haven't had any word about him entering the transfer portal. I'm sure he would love to stick around being in the hometown with the Bears. Come up to the plate here. Ray Hernandez still trying to keep that shutout going. It's going to be a big at-bat here for him to deal with the Oklahoma Sooner. This Utah Valley versus Oklahoma. Bit of a David and Goliath matchup among players. So he gets Leininger looking at strike one. That one just nicks the outside corner, but Hernandez doesn't get the strike call from Steve Leary. Count even at 1-1 here. And pitch just gets away from Hernandez out of his hands that time. They have Leininger ahead in the count 2-1. Oh, misses for ball 3. Oh, Hernandez finding himself in a hole here. Falling behind against Leininger. Don't want to give him the free bag. Everyone looked like it fouled off of Robbins at the plate, but the count does go full. Hernandez has 7 strikeouts on the game. He's trying to go for number 8, trying to surpass his season high. Just his second start. Here comes the payoff. Oh, just barely misses the corner for ball 4. Leininger will extend the inning with a 2-out walk. So now Joe Copeland, designated hitter, will come up now.
Batter designated hitter, number 7, Joe Copeland.
Copeland 1 for 2 on the game with a backwards K as he struck out looking in the 3rd, but singled in the 5th. Ray Hernandez will be in line for the win. The score holds here. So he's retiring his shoe and gets some encouragement from the shortstop, Tucker Beal. Now Copeland will step in here with 2 men on and 2 out. Oh, misses low for a ball. Yeah, the bullpen is still pretty quiet, as from the looks of it, there's a couple guys just throwing the football around down the line, trying to keep the arms loose just in case. Hernandez missing just high with the ball, and man, it looks like Steve Leary's kind of shrinking the strike zone here at the plate. Hernandez is going to have to work just a little bit harder to try to put that ball in the zone. Here comes the 2-0. The fastball that gets fouled off over to the right. And for most of these crawdad hitters, this is their 3rd time through the order, as this is the 3rd time that they're seeing Hernandez, and they have yet to be able to figure him out. A 2-1 is hit out to left field. Villa running in as he will not make the catch on the slide as he hurry up and gets the throw back in. Coming in the score will be Ewens, as Villa was not able to make the catch on the slide as he dropped it as he was sliding into it. But the Crawdads find themselves on the board here as they get their first run across in this game. So now the shutout is gone for Ray Hernandez. Joe Copeland able to get the RBI. It's going to be ruled. It's going to be a rule to double there that time. And now Leininger is over at 3rd base with Copeland at 2nd. Oh, the shutout's gone for Hernandez, but he still has to work his way out of this with runners at 2nd and 3rd with Casey Levitt McGee coming to the plate. McGee hits a fly ball out to left, but it'll stay high enough for Villa to make the catch in a can of corn. That's going to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the Crawdads as they get rid of the shutout for Hernandez, but no hurt done for him as the Legends still hold the lead 6-1 as we will go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here in San Mateo.
Take me out the ball game, no? You don't have to.
Who let off that inning for them?
Esquivel.
Let it off.
Yeah. Esquivel. It's going to be Jenkins next. Yep. New pitcher for them? Or no, it was already Nino. That's right. This guy was already in.
We got the bottom of the 7th inning. The Legends. Right fielder number 1, Gavin Shattuck.
Here in the bottom of the 7th with Gavin Shaddix leading off here. Nathan Nino still out on the mound for the Crawdads. Crawdads were able to get one across thanks to an RBI double hit by Joe Copeland. So Ray Hernandez loses the shutout, but he will still be in line for the win. It's a ground ball over to second. Shaddix will be out. It's a good throw over there by Esquivel.
Number 7, Tucker Beal.
There comes Tucker Beal. Tucker Beal has an RBI on the night thanks to a sacrifice fly. If the Legends could try to get that run back that they gave up. Look at the first pitch strike from Nino. Runs in for ball 1. One pitch. Hit on the ground over the third. Picked by Leininger. Throw across the diamond in time for out number 2.
Batter, center fielder, number 3, T.J. Schmaltzy.
Here's T.J. Smallsley. He had a triple back in the 6th. His last at bat and came around to score thanks to the double that was hit by Will Robbins. It looks like Brant Cummings is going to make a move to the bullpen. Might be it for Nathan Nino. So that's going to be the 4th pitcher to come in for the Crawdads here tonight. As looks like it's going to be a southpaw, and it will be. So we'll give you the rundown of the new arm coming in for the Crawdads as still a 6-1 Legends lead. We'll be back in just a moment after a short break.
15 new pitcher, Barr.
No idea. That's a great question.
Can you tell me what happened in the top of the 6th? Do you have like the order?
Yeah, top of the 6.
New pitcher, first name?
Like what were their
Number 15, Barr.
Top of the 6. So the 9 hitter Sam Jenkins struck out. Yeah, Trey Johnson, he popped out to
Braden?
Braden Barnes with a walk.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in to pitch for the Crawdads, number 15, Braden Barnes.
Braden Barnes, B-R-A-D-Y-N.
That was Nolan Jones.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, I forgot he got traded. Remember he blew up in Colorado?
Well, I always
Then was terrible last year.
I always liked him.
Really? Yeah. Well, the Guardians traded him.
Oh, I
And
know.
then he blew up. Oh.
Getting rid of
Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kibbs Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kibbs in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. There comes TJ Smallsy with two out as we have a new pitcher on for the Crawdads, as it will be Braden Barnes. Smallsy fouls out the first pitch from Barnes coming out the pen. Braden Barnes currently is the team leader in strikeouts so far this season for the Crawdads, but his innings have been limited among all the Crawdads pitchers and their pitching staff. It's Braden Barnes, an incoming junior from Arizona State. Definitely a powerhouse college baseball program. It's Arizona State wrapping up their first year in the Big 12. He saw limited action in his sophomore season. As a freshman, he appeared in 7 games for the Sun Devils. Smallsy fouling off another one. Count now at 2 balls and two strikes. Coming out of high school, Brandon Barnes, who attended Basha High, he's a product from Chandler, Arizona, was the number 3 left-handed prep arm in Arizona. Closed the senior going 5-1 with a 2.77 ERA. With 47 strikeouts and 43 innings. I also received perfect game underclass All-American invites. There's called strike 3 on Smallsy, so he goes down looking to retire the side. The 1-2-3 inning by the Crawdads as the Legends not able to have a man reach on base for the first time tonight in the 7th frame. So we'll go to the top of the 8th, still a 6-1 Legends lead.
Yeah, just that. Anything else? That's the only thing. Okay, thank you. Actually, if you could do release height and release side, that would be cool too. Cool. Thank you. A little off.
That's funny.
I love Familia, actually. That guy was great.
My favorite memory of James Familia is when Connor Gillespie came up in the wild card 2016.
And I lost him.
Ball game. I mean, the definition of hitting a walk-off home run on the road.
But no, like Frank Fleming chewing on his shirt.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing that song again! I love them. I actually drove him. I was working part-time, and I drove him back to the place he was staying at. Yeah, super nice dude. Yep, super nice dude.
Ever. Me too, like the guy
Actually cares about baseball.
the guy's a closer. He's got like the toughest job in baseball.
He was checking in. Oh, hey, my boy Beltran over tonight. Oh, hey, my boy Canovo. It's like, oh, yeah, you played in the World Baseball Classic with Adrian Beltran. It's pretty cool.
So Ray Hernandez's night is complete, but you got to tip your cap to the way that he came out and dealed against the Crawdads, as he went 7 innings strong, struck out 7, only walked 2, allowed 4 hits, and only 1 run across. So a very productive night once again by Ray Hernandez, as Thomas Egbert will now come in to try to get the Legends closer to a big-time win against the division leaders in the CCL North. Thomas Egbert's first batter that he will see is Sam Jenkins. They're in the first pitch strike, but misses with the second pitch inside for ball one. Now the score line here for the Crawdads: 1 run on 4 hits and 3 errors. The Legends 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And Thomas Egbert coming out to try to put together either 1 or 2 solid relief innings. We're not sure if Nick Cinzeri is going to try to make the move to bring in 2 pitchers to close out the game. All he has to do is just hold the score. Here's the 2-1 from Egbert. One's going to run inside for ball 3. Count at 3-1. Jenkins has struck out 2 times tonight. Here's the 3-1. We checked the swing there, and it held up, and it's going to be ball 4. Jenkins will reach base for the first time tonight.
Back to the top of the lineup, left fielder, number 16, Trey Johnson.
Here comes Trey Johnson, who is 0 for 3 on the game. But the Legends will look to set up for the double play ball here. It's Thomas Egbert. We had him in the booth with us about a few days ago talking about his upbringing growing up here on the peninsula, playing a post-grad season at the IMG Academy after he had a bit of a injury-filled high school career at Powerhouse Sarah High. But now he's going to be going to his redshirt freshman season at Ivy League Penn. It's going to be a lot to look forward to as he's looking to get some reps and some quality innings here this summer with the Legends. As he has a great teacher that he will be getting great toolage from in Nick Sanzeri. Of course, we know him with his background as the pitching coach for Ohlone under Mike Kieran and his staff over there. Egbert trying to get back in the count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Changeup that time, right across the middle. Two-one. There's another strike by Egbert. Looked like it was the same pitch that time. Over the Legends to keep this lead, they will snap the Crawdads' 7-game win streak. Man, what a team to take out, especially when you're trying to make a claim in the CCL, trying to put yourself on notice against the rest of the league. As we mentioned early in the broadcast, the Crawdads came in to this week and to tonight as the number 1 ranked team in the power rankings in the California Collegiate League, while the Legends came out at number 8. Egbert missing outside with a breaking ball. Count goes full. There is an arm warming up in the Legends bullpen. Looks like it's Sam Young that's getting loose. Egbert with the full count. Here's a pitch to Johnson. Hits it on the ground to first, and it gets underneath the glove of Anderson. Rounding second and going over to third is Jenkins. They're going to get the throw back in, but it's a single that does move everybody over. Jenkins going to third. Johnson finally reaching base tonight. He breaks his 0 for. And now there's runners at the corners, so it's still nobody out. Now Cam Calvillo, who's also 0 for 3, will step up, see if he could try to drive in a Crawdad run. Egbert still coming from the stretch here. First pitch, fastball missing high. Strike that hits the corner by Egbert. And all he really has to do is just keep it in the zone. Maintain that confidence. The infield setting up for the double play here. They're playing back. There's 2-1. It's a good pitch there, but misses just a little bit low. Calvillo showing good plate discipline up there. Count is a 2 balls and 1 strike. And Egbert falling behind against the first 2 hitters that he's seen out the bullpen. Two ones fouled just to the right of the netting. Now Egbert has 2 strikes on Calvillo. See if he can make some magic here. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one misses high. Count goes full again. Egbert in jeopardy of walking the bases or walking to make the bases loaded. See who wins the duel here between Egbert and Calvillo. Big pitch coming up. Here's the payoff. It's hit hard on the ground, down the third base line, but just foul. Calvillo, he was on at that time. We're going to try again. Take 2. Calvillo showing some fight. That one misses just low for ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. Still no one out. That's going to bring up Chris Esquivel.
Batter. Second baseman. Number 8.
Like Nick Sanzeri is going to,
Esquivel.
excuse me, not Nick Sanzeri, but Lucas Miskalauskas going to walk out to the mound and try to talk Egbert. I think this might just be trying to buy some time for Sam Young. And Thomas Egbert walking 2 batters to load up the bases for the Crawdads, and this is a dangerous spot for him. There's still nobody out. And yeah, it looks like the move will be made to the bullpen. So Thomas Egbert, who loads up the bases, will have to rely on Sam Young to clean up his mess. But he will be greeted, as is customary, by the Legends players. So it will be Sam Young coming in with the bases loaded and nobody out, as he'll try to work out the jam to keep this game in the hands of the Legends. As we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to pitch for the Legends, number 48, Sam Young.
It's time for Change Chick Speed Oil Change. Your oil change in 2 minutes.
the average for curveball?
So it'll be Sam Young to come on in relief, try to keep the game in the balance. As I want to give a reminder out, like want to follow all things Legends, check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news, articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends. Sam Young with the bases loaded now as he will face Chris Esquivel. Still nobody out. Young delivering a first pitch strike there. It's just a bit outside for ball one. Count goes even at 1 apiece. Sam Young, righty from Richmond. Played for the Spiders in the A-10, wrapping up his freshman season. That was a curveball that just misses low. Ball 2. Sam Young is going to have to avoid trying to walk a run in. Behind the count here. Here's the 2-1. Oh, and it hits Esquivel in the back. That's going to bring a run on in to make it now 6-2. Oh, Jenkins will jog on home. Cut the deficit now down by 4, and that's going to bring up the tying run at the plate. That's John Ewens.
Now first baseman, number 23, John Ewens.
John Ewens hit a single and came around and scored in the 7th inning his last time up. This is a big bat at the plate. On the season, John Ewens does have 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. And he's batting .414 in 29 at-bats. He's coming into today. Here's the 1-0. Low for ball 2. Sam Young trying to work around Ewens here. This outside for ball 3. See if Ewens is going to get the green light here to swing away. Sam Young risking putting another guy on with the bases loaded. He'll have to put one on the ground to at least try to go for the double play. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Got to put it in for strike 1.
We just need a triple play.
Miss and bounces in the dirt as Ewens will walk, and that's going to bring in Johnson and now make it 6-3. So this game could turn right around for the Crawdads after being shut out for 6 innings in 1 run, and it looks like we're going to get another arm coming out of the pen for the Legends. Oh, the Legends still without an out and still in this bases loaded situation as they have already walked in, or there's one unearned, but they walked in 1 here to make it now a 3-run game. Big changes happening here in this game as a new pitcher coming on for the Legends. We'll take another break.
Legends, number 55, Will Marlin.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little easier said than done. I mean, sometimes you just can't.
Uh-oh.
What's up, Vasquez? What is Tommy looking at? Such a liar. He stayed through 91. Yeah. What?
So it'll be Will Marlin who will come in for Sam Young, as the Legends pitching staff has gone through 3 pitchers in this inning alone. Thomas Egbert started off, and Sam Young came in and only faced 2 batters. And now it's up to Will Marlin to get them out of the bases loaded situation, with the Crawdads putting up 2 runs without even swinging the bat. So Joey Donnelly is going to come on to pinch hit for Riley Lindinger. Joey Donnelly, another top bat for the Crawdads. Marlin's first pitch is just inside for a ball. Joey Donnelly, who did not start in this game, he's been knocking the cover off the ball this season, however, hitting .522 and is on a 5-game hit streak. Marlin able to put in a strike that time. Marlin will come home with the 1-1. That one's hit out the center field, but it's going to be playable. Schmalzli there to make the catch. Runner's going to tag up. The throw is going to go to third, but it's going to be late. The scoring on the sac fly was Cavillo, and tagging up going to third at Esquivel, but that makes it now only just a 2-run game. The Crawdads are starting to crawl their way back into this one slightly. Now Joey Donnelly delivers with the sacrifice fly. Now it's going to bring up Riley Leininger. Riley Leininger with runners at the corners here. It's a ground ball. Gets through the hole in the right field. It's going to make it a 1-run game. And rounding second, going to third is Ewens, as he will slide in safely. So Riley Leininger delivers with an RBI single to now make it a 1-run ball game. This is only the second hit of the inning.
Batter designated hitter number 7, Joe Copeland.
So everything has just gone upside down here for the Legends, as the bullpen is making a mess of the effort that Ray Hernandez has put in all night. The tying run now at third base, that was going to bring up Joe Copeland. Well, Marlin almost let that one get away from him, going way outside, but Robbins able to reach out to grab it. Joe Copeland can tie this game up with 1 swing. Well, Marlin's going to have to get him at the plate here. That one misses low in the dirt for ball 2. Keep in mind, folks, the Crawdads do possess one of the top offenses in the CCL. And they have shown it here in the late innings, already putting up 4. A 2-0 missed again by Marlin. Just has not been able to find the strike zone. And it's coming out of the bullpen. There is not another arm warming up for the Legends. Nick Sinzeri is trying to do everything he can to save him. Here's the 3-0. It's fouled off at the plate. Copeland looked like he might have gotten the green light that time. Marlins just going to have to put it in the zone here, but still be very careful. They can still turn the double play. 3-1 misses high and in for a ball, and this ball 4. So another walk gets surrendered by the Legends. There's already 4 walks allowed in the 8th inning alone. That moves Leininger to second as bases loaded again with Jones at third, Leininger at second, and Copeland at first for Casey Levitt McGee to really turn this game around. And it runs in, it hits Levitt McGee on the knee, and a hit by pitch will tie the game. In a night where Ray Hernandez was dealing, the Crawdads have just completely just came in and just have not let up in this comeback, being down 6-1 at the beginning of this inning and now tying it up, putting 5 runs across without putting no more than 3 balls in play. Will Marlin's going to be done, and now Will Anderson is coming on the pitch. So for desperate times come desperate measures, as Nick Senzeri is going to make the move for him. So Will Anderson coming in an interesting spot. We're going to wait to see who's going to sub at first base, with Will Anderson now getting the ball, as the Walnut Creek Crawdads have now tied the game up 6-6 here in the 8th inning. Well, he's still batting in the same spot, but he's just at first base. Gosh. Okay. The Crawdads have now tied the game up, putting 5 across here in the top of the 8th, as the Legends are now going to go to their 4th pitcher in this inning alone, and it will be Will Anderson. So it's going to be a position player coming on the pitch to try to hold this game in, as the Legends have not been able to utilize most of their bullpen trying to save arms. So it's going to be up to Will Anderson to get out of the bases loaded jam and keep this a tie ball game, as he will see Sam Jenkins, who led off the inning, as the Crawdads have now batted through the order. Jenkins led off the inning with a walk. Misses with a first pitch ball outside. All the Legends have to do here is put one on the ground. It will be a force at any base with 1 out. Anderson delivering a strike that time. Well, Anderson count even 1-1 on Jenkins. A slider Missed low for ball 2. Have the go-ahead run at third. That's Leninger at third, Copeland at second, Levitt McGee at first. Anderson putting in a strike that time. Count is 2-2. Anderson having to play the role of super utility as well as also two-way. Here's the 2-2. That one just misses the corner for ball 3, so the count now goes full. Anderson is going to have to win the duel big time here against Jenkins. Here comes the payoff. And it's foul tipped in the glove. Jenkins striking out with the bases loaded. Oh, 2 gone.
Left fielder
Riley Johnson, who singled
Johnson.
at the very beginning of this long, eternal inning that has gone upside down for the Legends, will come on with 2 out. Will Anderson just needs to get him to keep this game in balance. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. And Will Anderson would be a legendary, pun completely intended. He can come through here. Here comes the 0-1. Another swing and a miss on a high pitch. That fastball has to at least be topping out. 76, according to the TrackMan data analyst here for the Legends. He has 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball over to first. Played by Robbins. He stops it. Race over to the bag to get the out. To get out of the bases loaded jam. But it doesn't come without the Crawdads putting up 5 to tie the game up in the top of the 8th on 2 hits. As we will now go to the bottom half of the 8th with a brand new ball game here in San Mateo, as you are tuned into Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. 6-6 going to the 8th, bottom half.
He literally gets outstarted 74 down the middle every single time.
Oh my god.
He doesn't like. I don't,
I know who that is. And he's catching.
We're here in the bottom of the 8th with the game now tied after the Crawdads put up 5 runs in the top half of the 8th.
Now catching and batting.
As Will Anderson coming in relief to prevent the game from getting any worse, was able to put together a solid performance, only seeing 2 batters that he forced a strikeout and a ground ball to first to get out of a bases loaded jam. But now the Legends will have to work to get the lead back here, as James Bowles will lead off the inning against Braden Barnes. And he pops it up into the infield. It's a high pop-up at that. Able to make the catch. Out there is the second baseman. Esquivel making the catch.
First baseman, number 24, Will.
So there's a change on defense as George Zaharis coming in for Sam Jenkins.
Wait, no, that's not 24. It's not 24 catching. It looks like 26.
A strike across by Brandon Barnes. That's Will Robbins swinging and missing at that one. Oh, Count now goes to 0-2. Now catching the Crawdads. The new catcher is there. The fly ball at the right center was going to be playable at center field for Levitt McGee. Here's Will Anderson. Anderson, lefty on lefty matchup against Barnes. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. Zach Justice now a catcher for the Crawdads.
A correction to an earlier change. Number 26, Zach Justice is now catching and batting ninth for the Crawdads.
Justice batting in the 9 order. The lineup's continuing to change here, but Will Anderson, the count on him at 0-2, and he swings and misses at the 0-2 pitch. High fastball, and Braden Barnes puts together a 1-2-3 inning. So now go to the top of the ninth with Calvillo, Esquivel, and Ewens due up. This is going to be a no decision for Ray.
Yep, that's correct.
He doesn't deserve it.
That's why you're
Leading off the top of the ninth inning for the Crawdads, shortstop number 3, Cam Calvillo.
So here comes Cam Calvillo to lead off the top of the ninth for the Crawdads, as it was an interesting 8th inning that we had where the Crawdads tied it up, scoring 5 runs, and then Braden Barnes putting together a 1-2-3 inning to get us to this point. Will Anderson remains in the game on the mound. It's Nick Sanzeri trying to have some trust in him, try to keep this game where it is. One's hit out to right field, and Gavin Shaddix making the catch on the dive. What a great play there by Shaxson Wright. There's one away to begin the top of the ninth.
Batter's second baseman, number 8, Chris Esquivel.
And here's Chris Esquivel. That was an interesting move by Nick Sanzeri to bring Anderson in, especially with the Crawdads here seeing fastball at mid-80s, but Anderson only throws the fastball in about like the mid to high 70s. So there's been a change of speeds for the Crawdad hitters. Able to put in a strike there, as Anderson is all about placement and all about command and movements. The 1-1. That one's hit hard over to short. Oh, and backhand ball by Beal. See if he can recover in time. The throw is late. That's going to be an error on Beal, as he wasn't able to secure the backhand grounder. There is a run, so the go-ahead run does reach base for the Crawdads. John Ewens going to come up here. Only time he's reached base was via a single and a walk. One of those walks, a run did come in. Harrison will need to put one on the ground. See if they could go for the double play. Keep this game tied. Able to hit the corner on the outside for a strike. Runner's going to take off. Callens with a good throw down to second, but the throw is just high. And Esquivel will get in safely with the stolen base, putting him in scoring position. So now the count is 0-2, however, on Ewens. Harrison will have to win at the plate here. Esquivel not looking to run again. It's dancing a little bit. That one's flared. Should be playable at second base. And the throw on is late at first, as Filter couldn't get it out of the hands quick enough. That's going to be an infield single, but will advance Esquivel over to third. So now the go-ahead run just 90 feet away for Walnut Creek.
Batter, right fielder, number 4, Joey Donnelly.
Oh, Joey Donnelly will now come up to the plate. Donnelly, a dangerous hitter. See James Bowles playing towards the edge of the grass at third, trying to prevent the go-ahead run from coming across. Harrison delivers, puts in a strike across the plate that time. A lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Ball one missed just a little outside for ball one. Harrison's going to look to shake it off. What a game that we have had here in San Mateo tonight. Anderson throwing over the first in the pickoff move. And Infield playing slightly back, not too far back, however. 1-1 pops up, and it's going to go out of play. Now it's 2 strikes on Donnelly. Harrison's going to set up for the 1-2. He delivers. I'll say it on the ground, down the first base line, but foul. Harrison, you have to work again. See if you can try to win at the plate against Donnelly. Once two grounded over to second. This looks like it's just going to be good enough for one. Filter getting the throw on the first in time, but Esquivel will score the go-ahead run for the Crawdads, making it 7-6.
Third baseman number 11, Riley
Our Crawdads have scored in the last 3 innings to come back and take the lead here in the top of the ninth. Here's Riley Leininger coming up to the plate. He hit an RBI single in that 5-run inning back in the 8th. Harrison missing way out for ball one. Crawdads don't have an arm warming up, so it looks like it will be Braden Barnes to try to close out in the bottom half of the ninth. Harrison puts a strike in. Count is at 1-1. It's an insurance run at second base. Harrison able to hit the corner for strike 2. He's going to have to win at the plate here. The 1-2 from Anderson. Just barely misses the corner. Count goes even. Ewan's not looking to run, especially with 2 out. The 2-2. Missed high for ball 3. Count goes full now. Yeah, big pitch coming up here. Here's the payoff. Oh, and misses in the dirt for ball 4. Nobody makes a move. Now there's runners at first and second.
Batters, designated hitter, number 7, Joe Coupland.
Well, Joe Coupland. He was 2 for 3 on the game. He's going to come back up. He has a single and a double with an RBI. This is outside for ball 1. Harrison trying to work, get this last out, try to get the Legends to the 9th inning, only down by 1. The 1-0. That's in there for strike 1. Harrison has been placing the ball relatively well, keeping these Crawdad hitters off balance despite a few mistakes. Copeland is late on that pitch, fouling it off to the right. Count out 1 ball and 2 strikes for Anderson. Takes a look at second. He'll bring it home. 1-2 missed outside. Count goes to 2-2. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Harrison able to keep it a 1-run game. So we will now go to the bottom of the 9th. Due up, it'll be Villa, Cowens, and Filter.
Due up in the bottom of the 9th for the Legends, Villa, Cowens, and Filter.
'Also, I feel like when the music's lower, it's not as hype. It's gotta be up. Blast.
We're here in the bottom of the 9th. The Legends will need 1 run to tie it and 2 to win it. Quincy Villa will lead off the inning. It'll be Villa, Collins, and Filter due up. Be 6, 7, and 8. As the Walnut Creek Crawdads have come back, scoring in 3 straight innings to take the lead 7-6 here late on. Brandon Barnes delivering a first pitch strike to Villa. Legends will be coming back here tomorrow to play the San Francisco Seagulls. Villa able to hold up on the pitch there. It's Miss Low. As for the Crawdads, they're trying to keep their winning streak alive, trying to extend it to 8 games. They will see the Merchants at home tomorrow. Villa hitting a ground ball over the short. Played well, but Villa is safe at first as he utilizes his strong speed to leg out that infield single. So now the tying run is on base. As Blake Cohens will come up to the dish here for the first time tonight. He was moved in at catcher while Will Robbins moved over to first base when Will Anderson came on the pitch. So Barnes making the move over to first. So Cowens becomes the go-ahead run now. And Villa could be looking to steal. Gives up a scoring position. Oh, and he gets picked off on here. And it's going to be caught in a rundown. Villa is going to... Oh, he gets underneath the tag at first. And he keeps his foot on the base. So he stays in there safely. Villa catching a little bit of luck. Almost got caught napping. As you can see, he took a deep breath as they dropped the ball in the rundown. The first baseman for the Crawdads is Ewens. He dropped the throw on the pickoff attempt. Oh, the speed stays put. Barnes delivers home. Throws in a strike across the Cowens. On a quick move at first, and Barnes, man, he is watching Villa like a hawk. There's the 0-1. Cowens seeing that one out to right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Villa is going to hold up at second. He wasn't running hard out the base, but he does move over in scoring position. Blake Cowens delivering with a single. So here comes Deuce Filter. Runners at first and second. And now we're going to get a mound visit as they're going to come out and talk to Barnes. And there's not an arm getting loose in the Crawdads bullpen. But this game starts to become a little bit more interesting. And, man, what a game that we have had here in San Mateo tonight. Legends trying to knock off the number 1 team in their division and the number 1 team in the CCL. This could be an opportunity for the Legends to get a big win. We have seen action on action in this one tonight. Oh, Deuce Filter is going to come back up to the plate here. And we got a pinch runner here as Charlie Deckler comes on the pinch run for Blake Cowens.
Charlie Deckler running at first base.
So Deckler pinch running at first for Cowens. So we got some extra speed out there on the base pass. So here's Deuce Filter stepping in the box here against Barnes. Oh, Barnes will remain in the game. Still no action happening in the Crawdads bullpen. Tying run at second. Filter, oh, he almost got out on the bunt attempt, popping it up just behind home plate. Diving for it was Zach Justice, but he just barely missed it. Looks like Filter is trying to advance Villa over to third. Just needs to get the bunt down if he can. Here's the 0-1. He shows bunt again, but Barnes makes a pickoff move, stepping off. Again, Villa is a big threat out there at second base, running-wise. Filter shows bunt. And he's going to put it down right in front of the mound. They're going to try to get the throw at third, but he's safe! Villa is safe at third, sliding in head first. And everybody will be safe as now the bases are loaded. Filter able to capitalize on the fielder's choice. And he gets the job done, advancing everybody. So now here's Gavin Shaddix. And for the Legends, they've been in these kind of situations before. But now the tying run at third, winning run at second. Shaddix swinging through the first pitch from Barnes for strike one. And taking off my broadcaster hat for just a second, for the love of God, do not strike out with the bases loaded. Shaddix swinging out in the left field. It's not going to be deep enough. But V is going to try to test it as he almost held up. But it's going to be out number one. So a fly out to left. So now it's going to be up to Tucker Beal. Still in a bases loaded situation. So we're going to get a time called here. All of the base runners can join just to the front of the dugout and talk strategy. Like there is somebody getting up in the Crawdads bullpen, but man, what a finish this would be for the Legends. They just need to get one good hit, get a ball out there and play to even this game up, but can do more to try to win it. Tucker Beal is the man here, as in yesterday's game, Tucker Beal did go 3 for 6, driving in 2 RBIs. But tonight has been kind of a rough one for him. Despite him getting an RBI on a sacrifice fly, he's struck out, reached base on a fielder's choice to come around, score, ground out to first, and a ground out to third base. The infield will be playing in against him. The Crawdads are going to look to try to double him up with one out. Barnes delivered the first pitch, fastball missing high and outside. Tucker Beal committed to go to Akron this fall. 1-0, swinging and missing through that one. Barnes bringing the gas on him. Count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. One missed low. Ball 2. Outfield is playing shallow against Beal. Two one from Barnes, swung on and missed by Beal. Goes to 2-2. Beal going to have to protect with the 2-strike approach. Barnes is going to look into the sign to Justice. The 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as Beal goes down on strikes with the bases loaded, and there's now 2 away in the bottom of the ninth. TJ Smallsley is going to come up to the plate here, see if he can be the hero. Big spot for the man from Fairfield. He has hit a triple in this game already. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Smallsley swinging through the first pitch. Barnes is putting that strike zone in its place with the fastball right down the middle. Now one misses outside part. Count out even at 1-1. Smallsley hitting it out of the right center. This is going to win it. Man comes in the score. Coming behind him is Degler, and the Legends will walk it off against the Crawdads. TJ Smallsley is the hero. as the Legends will be eating fish tonight as they score 2 in the bottom of the ninth after giving up a 5-run lead, and they win it on the 2 RBI single by TJ Smallsley as they take down the number 1 team in California and the number 1 team in the CCL North Division. TJ Smallsley, the hero for the Legends here tonight. What a game that we have had here in San Mateo, and what a finish. Ray Hernandez, who went 6 innings strong, 7 innings strong, shutting out with 6, only keeping the Crawdads to 6 scoreless innings. After the Crawdads scored 1 run in the 7th, 5 in the 8th, and 1 in the top of the 9th to tie it, TJ Smallsley was able to deliver with the biggest hit of the game and what can be considered the biggest hit so far this season for the Legends, as a 2 RBI walk-off single gets the Legends to a 5-6 record and snaps the 7-game win streak of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And what a homestand that this has been for Menlo Park, as they are going to come back here tomorrow to take on the San Francisco Seagulls to try to go for their 3rd straight and try to wrap up the homestand, the 3-game homestand that they have had this week. And for the Merchants, they will take this tough loss back home to Danville, as they will see the Merchants tomorrow night. What a conclusion that we have had here. What a game that we have been able to provide for you on the call here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network, as the final line score, 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Crawdads, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Legends. Legends win it 8-7 tonight on a 2 RBI single by TJ Smallsley, as that's going to do it for us here in the broadcast booth. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's coverage of Menlo Park Legends baseball. My name is Philip Hall, signing off, saying so long and good night from San Mateo. Have a good one, everybody.